I am here to help you with step 3A, number 3. This one causes a lot of people a lot of problems, so I'm gonna try to help you out a little bit. You should be able to answer most of the top part and the side part on your own, but first thing I want you to notice, please, is that if we put something up here that has some extra directions, you should be looking at that. So it says, please use virtual manipulatives for this problem. That means you need to be using your virtual manipulatives app. That means that we've discovered over time that makes it a lot easier. So now let's read the problem. Laurel has 2 corn dogs that he is going to share with his friends. He's going to give each friend 3/4 of a corn dog. How many friends can he share his corn dogs with? What do you know? That's what you should write from the problem. What do you need to find out? Look for the question. Now, step 1 says using the bar to the right, but we're not going to use the bar to the right. We're going to use virtual manipulatives, okay? And go and do that. So go ahead and go to your virtual manipulatives app, and you will follow along with me. Okay, I'm actually going to film my son using the virtual manipulatives app to show you how to do this. Okay, so my 8th grade son Dylan here is going to show us how to do this. Okay, so Dylan is in the Virtual Manipulatives app. Dylan, go ahead and click enter there, or click on it. And, yeah, click the X. First thing you want to do is click the X, okay? And then the next thing I want you to do is up here on your settings button, this little book thing, whatever it's called, click that, and then on the settings, make sure Snap to Grid is off. So Dylan, show where that is. Yep, we want it off. Okay, can you turn it off?
I did.
No, it's on. Snap to Grid off. Click OK. Okay, now, the problem that we want to do is 2 divided by 3/4. So the first thing you want to do always is write the problem. So Dylan, use the pencil and write 2 divided by 3/4.
By what?
3/4. Okay, so now we want to model it and show it. So go ahead and click on the fractions. Pull over. Let's actually go to the settings again and change them to bars. It's a little easier. So change your shapes to tiles instead of circles. Okay, now go pull over 2 whole corn dogs. In the word problem, they were referred to as corn dogs, so we're going to model them with 2 holes. So pull over 2 holes. There's 1 and 2. Okay, now the next thing I want you to do is to divide these into fourths. So right underneath the holes, split them into fourths, however many fourths there would be in one hole. Hopefully you will see by Dylan doing this that there are 4 fourths in every hole. Go ahead and put the 4 under the other corn dog as well. Now the question is, how many groups of 3/4 can we get out of 2 whole corn dogs? So Dylan, take the pencil and circle how many groups of 3/4 you see. There's 1. Pencil's a little fussy. And 2. So there's at least 2 groups of 3/4. But you should also see, look, there's 2 extra pieces there that are also they need to be accounted for. So you should know that there are how many pieces in a group of 3/4, Dylan? How many pieces do you see in each group of 3/4?
3.
There are 3. And we have 2 out of 3 pieces left over. So how would you write 2 out of 3? What do you think, Dylan? 2 out of 3 you'd write?
2, I don't know.
Dylan knows. How do you write 2 out of 3? He is an 8th grader and he's forgetting how to write 2 out of 3.
Just
go ahead.
2 over.
2 over
4, 3.
3. It's 2/3.
Okay.
2/3. Okay, so he has 2 whole groups and 2/3 of another. So thank you for your help, Dylan. I can take it from here. So we would have 2 and 2/3 groups. That's how many groups of 3/4 there are, because there are 2 whole groups and then 2 pieces left over that also are part of another group. That's where you get the 2 and 2/3. Okay, so you need to fill out the rest. So you need to write how many groups of 3/4 there are. We just discovered that over here. You would write 2 divided by 3/4 equals that number of groups and then to check it with multiplication. Remember this. I see a lot of people make mistakes here. I want you to remember that in every division problem, you can rewrite it as a multiplication problem. So for example, if you had 15 divided by 3 equals 5, you know that 5 times 3 must equal 15. That happens the same with fractions. So this number should go here, this number should go here, and it should equal this number if you have done this correctly. Okay, that's your check step to make sure that your division is correct. Okay, hopefully this helps, and you should be able to handle number 4 after doing this one. Bye for now.